Please let me know if you can see me, hear me, or smell me. Okay, so I turned the optimized encoding back on, so the resolution might end up being lower again. I'm guessing my CPU couldn't handle the 720p, and so it was dropping frames. Yikes. Yikes. What does it smell like, Yagich? Does it smell like cream cheese? That's what I rubbed on my armpits today. So the reason my inventory was grouping incorrectly isn't because my code was wrong. It's because, I mean, my code was kind of wrong. The axes were set to only have a maximum of 1 per slot. And since I was adding 5s, it was adding them in separate slots. Resolution is okay for now. Thanks, Brandon. Okay, so now let's double check. I have 99 and 50 axes. Pick up this axe. It gets added to my 50. Okay, everything's fine. The inventory code is fine, guys. Don't have to worry. I know you're really stressed about it. So now if I pick up this set of axes, you can see the 50 and my action bar down there went up to 60. And now it's at 65. Hooray! Hooray for axes! Take that and that. Maybe it's technically my shotgun farmers? Absolutely. You can ask me anything except for what my pant size is. Sometimes so surprised how cheap some assets are on the asset store. Oh yeah, some of the best assets are actually very reasonably priced. Something I really want to add to this game eventually is a glider, like in Breath of the Wild, so you can glide from tops of stuff. What is my pant size? I actually don't know what my pant size is. I've worn the same 2 pairs of jeans for like 2 years. I'm a very minimal clothing owner. I don't own a lot of clothing. As you guys can probably tell, I always wear the same shirts on stream. My panties are currently gray. It's a race to the bottom pricing issue. Oh, okay, that sucks. Yeah, I hate when I see asset store reviews that are like, this asset is great, but it's not worth 50 bucks. And it's like, are you kidding me? Did you know how much technology is in this asset? Like doing some translations soon enough. Thanks, Yag. No worries. Actually, I don't think I've even added any new text to Shotgun Farmers. There hasn't been any major updates since Horde mode, and I think you did all of Horde mode. Fully randomized and generated for 4 bucks. Okay, that's actually way too low. How do you do multiplayer? Does it work just peer-to-peer lobbies, dedicated servers? What did you use to create the multiplayer? Yeah, absolutely, Zorky. So I'm using Photon Unity Networking. I'll actually pull it up. Let's make a new tab. Photon Unity Networking. It's called Pun, and it is peer-to-peer. It does have its own so they host dedicated servers. So there's a main server where all the players connect to in order to be connected to different lobbies and do matchmaking. But then during a match, players are both connected to the main servers and to each other. So all messages are relayed through all the players, but also to Photon to make sure they're all connected properly and stuff. It basically handles all the NAT punch-through issues and the matchmaking issues. So it's completely free. You can get up to 20 players in your game for free, and then it's like $100 a month for every 100 players you have a month. Every 100 concurrent players you have a month. And yeah, it's been used by some really cool games. Actually, Shotgun Farmer should be in here, which is a really cool game, by the way. Look at this, Show Jumping, great game. There's a Secret of Mana game in here somewhere. Frag Pro Shooter is actually a mobile game that I just recently tried out, didn't like. Disco Dodgeball was one of the inspirations for Shotgun Farmers. Super Rocket Ball. Okay. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Shotgun Farmers. Look at this really old screenshot of Shotgun Farmers. Should be at the top of the list. Yeah, everything that should probably be double the price. You're 100% right. And I would pay that price for them too. New dedicated servers for your game. So for the new game we're working on, I plan on using Photon Bolt, which I haven't used yet. I think Sloth has messed around with a little bit if you want to ask him, but it does have support for dedicated servers. It was used by a lot of these games on Rapture Rejects. Not used by Rocket Fist, actually, because my friend made that game and he used Pun, and he's told him multiple times this is an error. Y-Lands, that looks cool. What's that? Y-Lands. Totally accurate survival simulator. 4,000 reviews? Oh, it's free. Okay. Whoa. What is this? They should be paying you for this free advertising? Well, actually, I pay them $100 a month specifically, or $95 a month. I mean, I can't wait to work on character customization for Project Quasimodo. My tea's empty. Should we have pirate ships in the game? Probably. Isn't my music going really well with this trailer? The game no longer uses Photon? That's hilarious. Going beyond bandwidth limit for pun? I've never had that problem. I just checked our thing today and we're at 20% traffic usage for our tier, so we've never gone over the bandwidth, thankfully. Dungeonizer? What's that? Look interesting. Build everything and anything you can imagine. It's quite the claim. Okay, chopping down some trees. What is it called? Like fantasy adventure or something. Fantasy adventure environment. There we go. Look at this. This thing is 45 bucks. Are you kidding me? One of these trees alone should be 45 bucks. But alas, people wouldn't be able to afford it if it was, or people wouldn't buy it if it was. These trees might look familiar. If you've ever been to Riverside. I'm using Unity 3D 2019.3.0. If ever a tree is too much. But imagine how much it would cost to pay an artist to make you a tree. Oh, apart from Unity, I use Maya LT. That's about it. I might get ZBrush for the new art. I have to relearn it. I haven't used it in like 6 years or something. Photoshop, of course. Tell it to multiple people. That's true. Okay, I can see that, Zarky. That's true. Is what free, Littlewood? My LT is not free. It's like 35 bucks a month or something. Blender is free. I don't use Blender because I'm just faster at Maya. I like its animation tools better. Blender 2.8 seems better, but for me, it's always the cost reward. Like I can spend a month learning Blender and not be able to do anything I want to, or just keep paying for Maya and do things really quickly. So at some point, if I want to save the Maya license, I can start learning Blender. And I've tried to here and there. I've used 2.8 a little bit, but I like rigging and animation much more in Maya, and those are really important to me. Did this download? What was that? I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah. There's Maya key mapping for Blender. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, for me, it's not so much the key bindings and stuff, but it's like in Maya when one of my rigs have a problem and I want to like, orient it to something, I have to like learn each one of those things every time I have to do it. If I force myself to do it, I could definitely learn Blender and get ahead on that. But for now, it doesn't really make sense. So I'm better off building something and releasing it than trying to improve my software, I think. Sure, Little Well, I'll make it for you. For the price of $1 an hour, I will work for you. 24 hours a day. The Maya viewport does suck, yeah. I really want to learn Blender 2.8. I've considered just taking like a day or two off, maybe just doing some streams where we learn it. I think it would be handy, even if I'm not going to replace Maya with it. I can start to integrate it into my toolbox because it also has sculpting and stuff now. I just haven't gotten the patience yet to learn a new product. I'm pretty sure I have it. Blender. Or maybe this is the old Blender. I don't even know. Oh, sorry, $1 an hour is too high. No, I figured. Okay, I do have Blender 2.8. Select with left. Spectator, space bars, tools, theme, dark. Oh yeah. Next. I guess I never opened it before. New file, general. Okay, so look with this button. Oh, that's not what oh, okay. Oh, that's, nope. What's this? Move, shortcut, shift, space bar, or G. Okay. Whoa, okay. Oh, so moving is not like a thing. Rotate is R. See, I want my gizmos. This is very different. Interesting. Scale is S. So you want to, like, before you press any of these buttons, you want your mouse to be, you want to like not move your mouse at all. That's gonna be really different. Press tab to go to the modeling workspace. Oh, modeling. I'm modeling. How do I select this vertice? How do I move it? Think I got it? Okay. Moving it in 3D space. I want a gizmo. How do I make a gizmo? Is you a gizmo? Oh, you're a camera. Oh yeah, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. What's this? Extrude region? Damn right. Extrude that region. Extrude that region. Poly build this and this and this and this and enter. That doesn't do anything. Am I upside down or right side up? I don't know. I did see that I think Blender finally had control rigs too, right? Because that's huge for me. That's why I can't animate in Blender. So I'm not going to animate bones. That's madness. Change to my keys? Okay, that'll be better. What's up, Indie Mike? And maybe like sometime when things are a little bit calmer, and let's say maybe when the console versions are submitted, we can take like a stream, and you guys could probably just teach me Blender, because I'm sure everyone in chat knows Blender more than I do. Watch some YouTube vids. Always good to learn a new tool anyway. Probably better for my brain. What's going on here? Okay. So I just imported the fantasy adventure environment. Let's go check it out. I actually don't know what how the new one looks. I haven't seen it. So there's asset overview, there's demo. Let's go look at demo. No more Blender than you? Probably not. Oh look, this scene looks completely black and empty and void. That's probably not good. Oh, why is it? Oh, it's compiling shaders. Ooh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? Look at that waterfall. Gee whiz. You never used it? I just did? Aha, I beat you. What the hell was that? What was that pop-up just now? Oh, so I can't walk around in this? Look at these rocks. They're very rocky. Look at this island and stuff. Why can't I move around? Oh, I wonder. Oh yeah, absolutely, Zed. Thanks. Can't you just copy and paste scenes? It's probably a huge mistake. It was really slowing down my engine. All this trees and crap. Okay, where's my player? Let's get rid of this thing. Oh, you're in the water. Okay, let's I don't even know where you're meant to walk around in this scene. Oh, probably on that road. Put you over here. There you go. Isn't Photon Bolt just the same as Pun, but you host matchmaking your thing yourself? No, it actually works completely differently. The way it like synchronizes things. I learned Maya, but in the end wanted to stay with the free software, and that add-on helped me a lot. Oh, thanks, dude. Nice. It's a full Maya config add-on for Blender. Oh, I gotta get the other camera out of here. What are all these streaks? Is that supposed to be like auras? Let's just turn off the post-processing for a second. Yeah, Photon and Bolt sound the same when they explain the features, but it actually, the way you set up and code with Bolt is actually pretty different, I think, from Photon. Oh my god, it's pretty bright! Oh, it's because I have 2 directional lights now. Also, why is there stars in the skybox? Oh, I didn't change the skybox. Where the hell is the... What's your skybox? FAE skybox. Oh, okay. I didn't save or something. I don't know. It's all gone. Whoa, that's bright. Can you not just like import scene like that? Oh, you could. How many monsters are you planning to release with? That is a great question. I don't know. This is going to come down to the cost per monster, how much money we're able to raise for funding, both from myself and from if we're able to have a successful Kickstarter. And yeah, just how much time and money it takes to both create, animate, and implement any monsters. It's autumn. The leaves are falling. The water is watering. Yeah, it's not like technically a final release, but it's like the final beta release candidate. So I decided I might as well start with it since it's pretty different. Alright, so let's just ship this and we'll call this Project Forestmon. I gotta figure out how to save my inventory and stuff because it's really annoying having to reset up my inventory every single time. Okay, squad goals. Let's chop down a tree. How the hell are we gonna do it? Well, trees are gonna have to become actors that have health. They'll probably actually show their health so you know what your progress you're making. Yeah, and there's the sweet UI upgrade, that's for sure. You've done some Unity? Nice, American, that's awesome. What have you been working on? Oh, look, my puppy's following me around now. I gotta work on sprinting too. Do you see those like winds that fly by? That's interesting. I guess it's not really meant to be used in production. It's meant to be used for screenshots. Which is why it's probably so blooped. Okay, so let's work on chopping down trees. I'm just gonna take one of these trees out because it's not worth having this beautiful environment for no reason. You, Mr. Tree. F-A-E Birch C. How do I unload the scene? Remove scene. Why is it still here? Unload scene. Go away. Whenever you stop watching TV, do something in your project. Now you're stuck here. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Where's the level I had? Oh, terrain. Let's just clear our occlusion and we'll remake navigation. I don't know why that level chugged so much, but it's not worth keeping it around. I'd rather work faster than worked prettier. How did you learn to make game architecture? I find it really hard because it's not like regular applications. I agree. There's a really good, I think it's an ebook or something. It's like online. I want to say it's free. It's called Game Programming Patterns, maybe. I didn't read all of it, but it definitely helped me learn some stuff. Most of the stuff I kind of learned on my own. Game Programming Patterns has helped a few people I know, and it helped me kind of get a grounding for stuff. Yeah, I think the whole book is just online, and you can just like read it, or maybe not. I guess just a free sample. I thought you used to be able to read it for free. Oh, here we go, web. Yeah, there's a free version on the web. You can read the whole book. Game design patterns, game programming patterns. They talk about flyweight, observer, prototype, singleton, state, and I don't believe that you should, what's the word? Like dedicate yourself or subscribe to just one and only do it that way. I think in Unity it's important to mix a lot of them. So like I use singleton a lot. You guys see me use that for like my game controllers and UI and stuff. I want to say I use observer a lot for how I do like controllers and views, and I forgot what they all are. Going for a Kickstarter, you need to have some unique feature for this game too, like tracking performance. Yeah, I totally agree. It's gonna be, and there's been a lot of monster capture games being announced this year, which has been surprising and worrisome. And I want to find the unique thing that's going to make this game stand out the most among all of those. I don't think any monster capture game announced so far has survival elements, but I don't think that's enough. I do feel like it needs something a little bit more as unique as Chocolate Farmers was because it gets everyone's attention and how crazy it is. I'm not sure what that is yet. That's interesting. All right, so let's chop down this big ass tree. So you are going to be an actor. An actor has an inventory, a nice name, tree. Let's call this birch tree. You're wild. Your max health is, let's say it takes 5 choppity chops to chop it down. You have no energy, you have no XP. Oh, actually, so that's interesting. You could use XP to figure out how to give you XP. So let's say, no. I don't know. I don't know if that's how I wanted to define it. Yeah, singletons are technically bad, but I find it, it's my preferred way to set my game architecture up. I find it easiest to use, and you pay the cost of it being kind of poorly coded. Maybe monsters from mythologies, that's cool, like griffin monsters and leviathan monsters or something. That'd be cool. Oh, thanks, Avril, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, some of the things that make this game unique I don't think are enough to get people's attention. The fact that I want to make it open world, I want to make it online, I want to have survival elements, I don't think is unique enough, because there are a lot of games obviously doing that already. You always use singletons, and I regret it in the long run. I've never regretted it. I regret when I use too many singletons. I've been trying to lately in my newer projects have at least like a handful of singletons and make sure I'm just calling those and not have like, 50 or 60 singletons or something, which is really bad. Health bar Y offset, let's say it's like 2. No party health view. Inventory, so we're gonna need a new item. That's gonna be wood. That's pretty much what I do. Yeah, I do like one singleton references to lots of stuff, essentially. So the icon is going to be this dog's butt. The nice name is going to be wood. I don't really care about the ID right now. We might not even need IDs later. I just have that right there right now. Something like Ursula from Little Mermaid. So like half human, half octopus. That's creepy. I don't want this to be, we're going to make this just like a cylinder. Use your Twitter account for the new ideas related to monsters as you have a base of players at Chocolate Farm, which is a suggestion. Yeah, I mean, so I've actually already designed 65 monsters that I hope to share with you guys once the prototype is further along. It's kind of small compared to the player, right? So it's shaloobity-doop. Shaloopy-doopy-doop. Real-time combat auto. Okay, so now we have a wood item. And we'll say that trees have an inventory. Is that how I want to do it? let's say, yeah, trees drop 50, 10 wood items. Okay, I want to make this a new prefab. See ya, Yag. Okay, so let's see if this thing renders a health bar and if it can take damage and stuff. Turn-based monster capture. Never heard of it. Want to use your playbase to generate new ideas? Yeah, definitely. Okay, where's your health bar? Why don't you have a health bar? Am I hurting you? I have no idea. You probably don't even have a collider. What am I thinking? You do have a caps collider, but you don't have a actor collider? Not sure if it has to be in a special layer either. Doggomons are all in the actor layer. Am I punching a tree or not? I should have debug logs when I hit something. I'm not. Huh. Oh, I did. That's the wrong thing to actor layer. Alright, so I'm hitting a tree. 25 damage. And of course it doesn't, there's no like death handling or anything like that. So let's figure this out. These are all the things an actor has. What happens when it dies? On health depleted calls on death, if right now just sets it to active. Okay, so that's actually not happening. And then why are we not creating a health bar? It only happens on respawn. We'll call respawn here. Yeah, singletons, game loops, object pulling, states. It's good to know the different patterns. And I also don't, I try not to overthink it, like which pattern do I need right now, but just if you're at a loss for how you want to approach something, maybe review the patterns and see how you can. Okay, game is fixed. Ah, I am missing a singleton, it seems. What the hell is the health bar controller? You there. Oh, because I don't have, my scripts aren't in any particular order, so this is happening too early because the health bar controller hasn't actually been initialized. So, we'll do it. Oops, wrong place still. This really shouldn't even be its own singleton. I think that's just from the early parts of the game. Where is the health bar controller? It's just like its own item? Oh, no, sorry, it's its own canvas, so that's fine. Visual Phantom going on a character shirt. The players capture the monster and then they can mate to breed new monsters in this way. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have mating for sure. You got to watch too. Alright, I'm just gonna set my script execution order. Health bar controller needs to go first so that actors can derive from it. Okay, so the burst tree has a health bar. Now we don't actually want the burst tree's health bar to show up unless we're punching it. So that'll actually be a different kind of health bar. Right now it's just using the same health bar as all of our Doggomons, which are all the way over there for some reason. I guess because I moved the whole world over. Famous Sims pixelated cameo. Oh my god, that would be phenomenal. Dragon Quest Monsters? Dragon Quest Monsters? Is that different from Dragon Quest Builders? Oh, wait, is this a really old game? What the hell is Dragon Quest Monsters? A Nintendo DS game? Or is there a newer one? Oh, Vegeta is pissed. So is this like a Dragon Quest monster capture game? Okay. Punch the tree! Oh, I didn't fix the layers. Yeah, me either, Sky. Oh, that tree is so dead. I murdered it. I murdered it. Okay. So we want to start making these behave differently. So these health bars need to behave differently. And they're only going to show when they're hit, not when you're near them. They'll say public pool only show on hit. Public pool, or rather serialized protected pool. Health bar only on hit. Dragon Quest Monsters and Dragon Quest Joker games are basically Pokemon versions of Dragon Quest game. Oh, I had no idea. We create our health bar. We're going to say health bar dot on hit equals this. Then we take damage. If health bars only show on hit. And we have a health bar. Oh, actually, it's already up there. So when the health bar is updated, We're going to say if only show on hit, then... Oh crap, that's not how these things show? Grrr. What fades these things in and out? I have no idea. Jade Cocoon 2. What's up, Lonely Forest Cat? You seem pretty lonely these days. PlayStation 2. How have I never heard of this game? I'm missing out on the plethora of monster capture games out there. Oh my. Lonely Forest, thank you for the follow. Wait, was that the guy from Majora's Mask? What is Spatial OS? There's a speedrun. Oh, so there's also a turn-based monster. Oh, with the wheel! Oh, it's like a strategy turn-based game. Very cool. Try taming monsters by feeding them different types of meat to increase their likelihood of taming. Yep, that's what I want to do too. Drop their HP to 0, you likely have a monster come back and ask to recruit them. Oh, cool. Wait, so monsters could talk? Interesting. Use monsters together to create stronger ones. Whoa. Here's a screen squace health bar. I'm guessing it's the screen squace follow that does it. Cool, I'll look into Spatial OS after the stream. Multiplayer MMO solution. Oh, okay. Might be overkill for us. I don't really want to make an MMO. I guess we would just disable this. No, because we still care about distance. Public pool. Only show on hit. We'll set this up here. Breeding of monsters, Dragon Quest monsters usually ends up with you losing the monsters you bred together and getting a monster egg in return. Do they die? Do they die mating? Oh, you try Spatial OS 2, Zorky? That's cool. Plugin for going for large environments perfectly suits your game style, where you start with a free tier for game development and can have at least 100 players easily. That's cool. Yeah, I'll take a look. The idea here is that the tree's health bar won't just show all the time. It'll only show when I hit damage it. They leave your party. Oh, okay, they're like, you forced us to make. Oh my god, everyone's dead. What happened? Oh, because I did this. If only show on hit, then ssfollow.show. If next val equals 0, ss follow.hide. So if it loses all of its health, we don't even bother showing the health bar. We go to a farm for Happy Dragon Quest monsters to retire, somewhere really far away where you can never visit. Okay, so now the tree doesn't have a health bar. If I punch it, it immediately dies, so we gotta fix that because I guess the health is too low. So I do 25 damage and it instantly dies. We actually we don't have white weapons modifying my stats at all. Also, I shouldn't have a health bar. I don't know why that's happening. I forgot to fix that. Let's see, if I kill this Dogomon, his health bar should go away, but instead it hides. So we want to say pool, or rather, not target or target.dead. Well, actually, that's happening with the screen space follow. That's the problem. You can acquire a boss monster by going through either a series of breedings or breeding specific monsters. Whoa, that's interesting. You could fight the final boss with the final boss. Yeah, I appreciate it, Javier. It's very useful. So we need to give the tree way more health. Let's say its max health is 100, so you gotta hit it 4 times. So it's not actually showing its health bar, and my player is still rendering a health bar, which is annoying. I see. This respawn is happening here. I think create a human-like creature that shames you for dogfighting for their ancestors and makes you question your life choices. Yeah, I think they'll put that in the sequel. We don't want to make people too uncomfortable. So why aren't you not showing your health bar now? Oh, because it's else hide. Pita bread makes you question life choices. Yeah, I really want to play the new Monster Hunter, or not new, I want to play Monster Hunter World or whatever, but my laptop can't handle it. I gotta get a PC for that. Damn it, why is it showing? I said don't show, you jerk. Guess I spawned close to it. Can't get the Monster Hunter hype? Why is that, Jackiness? So it's only showing initially. If I punch it, now it's showing. Okay, so that might be interesting. Guess we can say, Spike Dog, thank you for the follow. If only show on hit, and I think, do we have like a showing situation? And we're not currently showing, then we don't care. The kind of game where you just go fight monsters? This is awkward. Mayor, you must beat up the tree outside my town. Interesting problem. Why is this happening? Because we're creating the health bar, or because we're respawning on awake? Feel like not. Both bars being told to only show on hit. On update is called. You take damage when you respawn. Oh, okay. Well, no, still. I don't know what's causing it to show. Oh, this is on update, not on hit. Quasimodo's your kind of game, but in Monster Hunter, the only monsters you fight are just bosses. So I'm like, where's the training opportunity? Ah, okay, okay. Phew. I'm glad you still have some interest in Project Quasimodo. I thought you were saying you didn't want to play it. I mean, I don't even know if I want to play it yet. Don't get me wrong. We're still early. I'm hoping in a month I can be sure or not whether we want to actually play this game. Could be complete garbage, but I'm going to have learned a lot by the time we're done with the prototype. I've always wanted to learn how to do inventory and all these kind of RPG systems, so I think it'll be a big learning experience. Thanks, Avril. See you next time. Alright, so now, no health bar on the tree until I punch it. Oh, but the health bar, why the hell was it over there? Oh, because I disabled the follow script. Okay. Let's not do that. So I don't want to disable it. I'm going to say Nexus val 0, hide. And Republic bool is dead. If we're dead, we don't do stuff. We'll have to reset this when we respawn. Does it have a respawn function? I don't think so. Oh, thanks, Jacquemus. Hope you're not just saying that. Anyone try Hanson Soda? What the hell's a like Hanson the boy band from the 1990s? They released a soda? Oh, I'm still returning. So I need to do all these calculations. I need to calculate the position. Will the monster capture game have staple monsters such as goblins, harpies, and slime? I think some of the monsters will be inspired by those for sure. I don't actually have a slime one yet. Right now they're mostly inspired by animals. Oh, we can definitely have some inspired by fantasy creatures too. Alright, birch tree, you take it. Take that. Alright, so we don't want to show... so we're going to have a health bar type for simple. Public bool is simple. I'm going to change that. I'm going to make that the new simple health bars only show on hit. And don't show any text. I'm gonna kind of refactor this. Whoopsies. B is simple. I don't know why I didn't just rename the function. I'm silly. And if something is simple, then we're actually not going to set up any of the titles here. I just really want to know the actor, so I guess we'll do it. We'll not do that here. A monster game which is slime species. Look up Slime Rancher. That's essentially a monster capture game where you only capture slimes. PB&J flavored soda. I'm in. I'm in. Where do we get it? That didn't work. We're going to disable all of these. So simple health bars simply show the bar and nothing else. Slime Rancher doesn't capture the monster capture. I agree. I agree. I'm hoping we can find an overlap between the Slime Rancher audience and the audience for Quasimon and kind of market the game to them as well. I think Slime Rancher is awesome, but I don't think it makes me feel like I actually am companions with those slimies. There we go. All right. So birch tree doesn't show a name or anything. I could punch trees now. Let's make a commit real quick, and then we're going to work on actually dropping the items. I also got to feed this kitty, who is showing up behind me. Added fantasy adventure asset. Simple tree that can be killed. Oh, it's quite the asset pack. Jeez Louise. If I ever have kids, I want to name my first kid Jeez and my second kid Louise. Regardless of, I think Louise is a unisex name. And Jeez is obviously just the best name ever. All their friends can call them Jesus. MinGW? I don't know what that means. I do not do C++ stuff. I don't know why it says that. What was the visual of this project, Blind Hack? That's a great question, yeah. I'm still not entirely sure how I want the art style to look. I'm currently leaning towards something between Pokken Tournament and not so much art, because I think it's almost too realistic for what I'm going to do, but something between like Pokken Tournament and maybe Fortnite, but Fortnite might be too toony. I'm trying to think of a better example. Maybe like Overwatch, because it's a little bit more realistic environments. World of Final Fantasy, let me look it up. Oh, I know this game. I don't actually want it to be that toony, I don't think. Because I want this game to sell well on Steam. I don't think cartoony games sell as well on Steam. I don't know. I could make complete backwards on that and go more anime art style. Oh, this art style, this looks awesome.
Now I'm gonna fast forward this.
See, I'm a big sucker for these kind of games too.
So just hold R1.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. What's hard is that super cartoony games I think alienate a large audience, but I think that's getting better these days. I'm guessing if anyone's interested in Pokemon, they probably are interested in this art style of games. This might actually be a great example of a possible art style, because the environment is like kind of nice and the characters are really high poly. Is there no environment? You don't walk around, I'm guessing? You just go from monster to monster? Oh, it's on PC, okay. I like the Kingdom Hearts style characters too. Yeah, it is a really solid combination. Thanks, Blind. This could be really helpful to us. Like, I know the anime art style will alienate. I mean, obviously we're not going to do this chibi stuff. But the anime art style would alienate a lot of people, but also, if you like Pokemon, I think you're into that kind of art style. Yeah, this looks very much like a next-gen Kingdom Hearts style. Final Fantasy could anytime people would buy it. I mean, this game kind of proves that too, yeah. I remember what Kingdom Hearts 3 looks like. Spoiler alerts. Now the Toy Story world. I mean, even if it looks like this, I'd be pretty happy. Those are the Tangled world, nice. But yeah, I'm torn between doing this and doing it like a little bit even darker, because I'm worried this won't stand out as much. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was made in Unreal 4. Oh yeah, I guess that's because I was using Git. The VFX in this game looks awesome too, I love it. Yeah, it is a great art style. Yeah, that's a great question. Great question. I think once we have our first monster models and character models, or like concepts and stuff, it's going to be a really important question we have to decide on. Yeah, I'm very interested too, Blind Hack. I'm very interested too. I mean, if you look at all the monster capture games coming out lately, they are all in the anime style. Temtem, like Temtem is full on like Pokemon style with a kind of a mix of a Western American edge, but mostly like very similar to the Pokemon art style. I think that game's going to do really well. A game I look at a lot for inspiration is My Time at Portia, which is actually, I believe I forget where it's made, but it's very much an anime art style game. This game has done pretty well. Obviously, Ark is a big inspiration too, and that's in the complete opposite school of definitely not anime. What else is there been recently? Yeah, I use command line just to quickly get in and out of my repo, and not have to open up like a third-party program that like slows me down. Well, I know what art style we should go for. Day of Dragons. We'll do this art style. I think that'll be suitable. I have a cute little Dogomon that looks like a dragon. I don't think what the other. There's been a bunch of monster capture games recently. Oh yeah, that's the other one. It's called re something. Re-Legend. Which I don't quite get the name, but it's another big monster capture game that came out on Steam. It's also hyper anime style, so maybe I shouldn't be fighting what the fan base is interested in. I mean, Re-Legend raised like what, $600,000 on Kickstarter, or what currency is that? $? What's up, Draco? Probably for another hour. Yeah, Re-Legend's on Steam. I think a lot of people haven't heard of it. It didn't end up doing that huge, but it's pretty successful. Got fairly low reviews, but it's got about as many reviews as Shotgun Farmers, but it only came out in August of this year. But I think a big part of that was its Kickstarter backing. Yeah, so and like Temtem was also a big Kickstarter. That game's coming out in like 2 weeks or something. But Temtem also raised, I want to say like $500,000 or something crazy. Yeah, they asked for 70K. I guess 70K is the key. If you're making a monster capture game, ask for 70K. Let's remember that in 6 months. Yeah, Temtem asked for 70K. They got $500,000, and then they got picked up by Humble like a few months ago or something. Yeah, 505 published Re-Legend. And My Time at Portia, which isn't really a monster capture game, it's actually more of a Harvest Moon game. But I think we're going to be drawing a lot of inspirations from games like that. My Time at Portia asked for 100K and they got 146K. Yeah, the Temtem Kickstarter, I've been planning on making this monster capture game since I started game development. So I got into game development to make a monster capture game, and then I put it on pause because I knew I wasn't skilled enough. And I kept learning and learning and learning, and I'm probably still not skilled enough, but I figured I might as well try. But after I saw their Kickstarter, I was just like, oh crap, I guess there is an audience for Creature Collection game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be the first to do it, but maybe I can do mine's better. Temtem is very much like, it's very much a Pokemon-like. You got 6 monsters, there are 8 gyms, just turn-based battles, but it's an MMO instead. So it's pretty much like Pokemon, but MMO. I think that's awesome because a lot of people have probably wanted that for a long time. I personally have grown out of that realm of game. I play Pokemon Sword and Shield a lot, and I'm kind of over the turn-based Pokemon formula. So I'm hoping Cosmon will bring something new to the table with that. These players die for Nintendo exclusive equivalents? Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't think Game Freak or Nintendo realizes how much money they leave on the table not making a PC version of their games. But I just don't think they have the talent for it. Like, not the talent as in they're not good enough. I mean, they don't have the people with the skill set to make PC games there. Oh, thanks, Blind Hack. I hope so. I hope so. We still have a lot to work to do on combat. The combat in this game is garbage right now, and that's going to be a do or die part of the game. It's partially why I'm too intimidated to work on it sometimes. They care more about controlling their own platforms. That's true. You're right. You're right. That is more of their tenets. Are you going to Switch soon? Nice, Jackamus. I love my Switch. It's my favorite console. What's up, Foamy? How's it going? Good to see you, dude. It's been a long time. Yeah, I took like 8 months off of streaming, but I'm no longer dead. So actors should drop their inventory when they die, or when a player kills them. So now what I think I want to do, well, it's really bright in here. Sun's really out and shining. Good thing I don't have a green screen anymore. I have the regular Switch, Jackmas. I actually got it as a gift. But I want to be able to plug it into my TV, which is why I didn't get the light. And I've heard rumors they're going to make a new Switch this year or something. Like a Switch version 2. Exactly a Monster Capture game, but kind of what I enjoyed the deck building Monster Capture game Lost Kingdoms and Lost Kingdoms 2. I haven't played that either. So I'm thinking about doing, and I believe this is how Ark does their resource gathering. When you chop down a tree, instead of dropping the wood plop into the world, which is kind of extra and unnecessary, it just immediately goes into your inventory. Unless your inventory is full, I guess, then it will drop it into the world. And I like that a lot better because, one, it's less things we have to spawn over the network when other players are chopping down trees. There's no reason I need to see their tree that drop down. Like in my time at Porsche, when I chop down a tree, the log goes on the ground and I have to wait 4 seconds to pick the log up. The new game for me, a Monster Capture survival game. So how am I going to do that? I guess when you kill an actor, you need to know how to absorb their inventory. I guess it'd be the same thing when you kill wild monsters too. Exactly, they would just think the health on the network. But we bought, thank you for the follow. How's it coming along? It's coming. Still really early. This is maybe like our 6th day working on the game or something. Yeah, I noticed you're on your bot account. So, I guess we'll know because it's wild. If it's wild, we want their stuff. So when the player kills something, I don't think players know when they kill something. I guess they know, you know who killed you, and you can tell them that they killed you. You know your attacker. On health depleted, so we're going to pass in the actor here. Give our inventory to the attacker. Or you could use a loot inventory window like WoW. People can then select what he or she wants. Yeah, absolutely Stux. I think that's something we're going to have to work on eventually too, because when you loot animals, you don't want everything that they drop and you want only certain things. I don't want to have to start working on that now because it's a whole new UI we'll have to make, but I think it'll work similar to how our current inventory works. But yeah, you're absolutely right that we'll have to add that kind of a feature eventually too. For now, I'm trying to add like the minimal features just so we can all, hopefully in a few weeks, jump in together and play this damn game and see if it's any good. So for now, everyone's going to be forced to pick up everything. Spox, thank you for the follow. Do our inventory for this. So we're going to iterate over our inventory. Does an actor not know about its inventory? It does. Oh, the poor kitty is just walking circles around me because she's so hungry. Battle Network? You guys talking about Mega Man Battle Network? Oh, thanks, Ducks. Hopefully I can do something cool with it. Items at high item. You know me, I'm obsessed with null checks because you can never trust them. Attacker. So we have to give it detected virtual void on pickup. So this function on pickup item, public void pickup item, is actually going to be from the base class an actor on pickup item. Let's just copy it. I wrote pubic instead of public. You know a guy named Freedom, like I've been playing? Do you know I've been playing Shotgun Farmers and it seems like this guy is always playing Horde with his diamond shovel? I don't think so, no. Not personally. That's awesome though. Also, thank you for playing Shotgun Farmers. I appreciate that. If anybody's watching the stream and you don't know about my current game on Steam, it's called Shotgun Farmers, a first-person shooter. And my kitty is crying because she's very hungry. I'll have to feed her in 1 second. Also make some tea because I'm getting about ready to cough. Actually, I don't know why I'm procrastinating. Let me just go do that. I'll be right back in a minute or two. Alrighty then. I have brought a guest star to join us. You know her as Winnie the Cat. She knows you as the weird light in the screen that looks at her. Oh, she's gonna give you her butt. Sorry, you guys just got kitty butt today. That convinced you to follow Blind Hack? Am I solo developing? Right now I am, yeah. I'll eventually bring the amazing Slothnator on to make this game 17 times better. How do you get the icon that has a deputy star with 2019 and there's like a silver medal hanging down from it? I don't remember. I think it's only during the anniversary event. Oh, sorry, Blind Hack, my bad. She's gonna say in the most annoying place to film her, but that's okay. I just don't want her to drink my tea. She loves drinking tea. I don't like drinking cat spit. What we're doing, we're trying to transfer our inventory over to... oh, I guess I could just do this. Excuse me, your tail's in the way. Well, that sure didn't work. There you go. I'm transferring my inventory over to the accuser. Why does my cat always seem exhausted? I don't know. She's chubby, so life is really hard on her. So, okay, so there's actually two... I see. I shouldn't have done this. Yeah, cats really sleep a lot. Like a lot. It's pretty ridiculous. And then they're still exhausted after that. People say they're nocturnal, but she just sleeps all night long, too. I'm not sure what that rumor is all about. Okay. So we're just gonna make sure we're gonna try to give our player the items from the tree here. I'm actually doing this wrong. Okay, so when we pick up an item off the ground, we're going to use the base class pickup item to then pick up that item. Otherwise, we're just going to add to our inventory. Now, this might have broken our axe pickups. Do you split your game logic in actors, or do you somewhat centralize it? How exactly do you mean? First US showing of Weathering with You? What's that? You have a main class that contains your general game logic and doesn't handle everything. No. It's separated by actors, I suppose. Like the way in Unity, all of the scripts are done as components on all the different entities in the game. So all the entities generate or do their own game logic. And there is usually one big thing managing like the match or the game state, but all the entities are managing themselves. New film by the director of Your Name. Oh, I'm not familiar with that film. Cannot convert item drop to item set. Pick up item drop. No, I don't think I've seen anything called Your Name. What's it about? This is one of those jokes where I'm going to say, what is your name? You're going to say butts, and then I'm going to say butts who, and you're going to say knock knock. Because if so, I don't appreciate it. So let's put an axe down here. Pick up an axe. Okay, so the axes are, pickup items are still working properly. They're adding to my inventory. Now, moment of truth. Does chopping down this tree give me wood? Chop. 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 I got 10 wood and or 10 dog butts. All right. Yahoo! I can get wood from trees. I am a god. It's about life, love, and crying in a dark room, hoping your friends don't see you crying, but it's okay because they're too busy crying also. What the... I keep looking up at the webcam, but I realize you guys can't even see me. You're looking at Winnie. She's looking at the chat right now. I think your emotes seem to distract her. Ship it! You're right, it's done. We'll call this CubeCraft. You do it a little differently than in Unreal Engine C++ style naming schemes. Classes. Class? Oh, okay. How does coding work in Unreal Engine? Is it like entity based, or are you coding like big bulks of game logic that function together? I've actually been really curious. You know, Blueprint I think is more like Unity, where it does like entities on different actors and stuff. But how does the C++ side work? Let's actually get a tree sprite. A game icon, that's what it was. Is there like a wood icon? Wood beam? It's not really. I feel like this would be a different log. There we go. Half log? I think half log. And we'll do wood beam. We could use this to prototype crafting later. All right, we could do bone and meat also. These are not going to be the actual icons we use in game, but they'll work for us for now. I guess we'll just use this bone mace. Meat. Okay. I should know where I keep my icons right now. These are sprites, and we'll clamp them to 256. Blueprint is a child class for any given C++ root parent class. Oh, okay, I see. So that'll be a half log. Make another item. We're going to call this one meat. I put in this dash item just so it's easier for me to find stuff later, but I don't want to keep doing that forever. Meat. And we'll find the Dogomon. Dogomon's inventory. We'll have one item, or sorry, two items. One will be, I was going to put wood. One will be meat. They drop one meat. I don't know how we're going to do percentages and stuff on item drops. We'll worry about that later, I suppose. I have some sort of item drop class with a chance for each item that's going to drop. Let's call this dog bone. So Dogomon is going to have one meat and one dog bone. So now, in theory, when I kill a Dogomon, it should give me a meat and a dog bone. Let's see if that works. Excuse me, Mr. Puppy, I'd like to murder you if you don't mind. All right, I got a meat and a dog bone. That's so cool. It's like a real video game or something. You'd think like it was actually a game. I just got a dog bone and a meat for killing a puppy. What kind of game am I making? Why is there... Oh, that's the dead one. Oh, no. I got wood. We also need to do the whole falling tree thing, and I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. It's going to be like a particle you spawn, or like a temporary physics object with that tree. I'm not really sure. Not too worried about that for the MVP prototype, though. Game of the Year 2020. Maybe more like Game of the Year 2008. But we've got, cool. We've got some core foundational stuff going on. This is actually really exciting. I can equip my axe now, which should give me more damage later. Excuse me, Mr. Dogone, excuse me, I'd just like to chop you, please. Huh. Okay, so now here's a problem I just realized. So this is a monster capture game. If you guys don't know, it's actually... Oh, I took out... I'm currently equipping the wood and the dog bone and the meat. And it has a collider on it, so it's like freaking out, man. What level is Precision Shotgun Farmers? Level 100. You can't prestige until you get to level 100. So the whole point about this monster capture game is that you control the monsters for combat. So I'm going to switch over to my Dogomon. This is my monster. To fight in this game, you actually can switch over to your monster and do real-time combat. And what I'm realizing now is when I kill this Dogomon, I'm not going to get the resources. My Dogomon's going to get the resources. He just picked up that dog meat and put it in his inventory. And so I got no reference exception because that stuff's not going to exist. So what's the no reference here? Gotta check if the view controller actually exists. Why is this happening? Shipped as the actual game and add all the features as DLC, Chopwood DLC, Shoot Bow DLC. Ooh, bows. That's gonna be cool. Nice Jackie impression. So I mean, like, I think what should happen is when you kill a Dogomon, it should just go into your, like, the hero's inventory. So we're gonna go into our monster controller. Our monster controller is gonna override pickup item. Because a monster is also an actor. So when pickup item gets called on the monster, we're instead going to call it on our owner. And a monster doesn't actually clearly know about its owner. So public player controller owner. What's up, Nevius? And we're going to say if owner. But Nevius, you're asking what program I use to make shotgun farmers. And this is the program. It's called Unity 3D. And I use Visual Studio for coding. And we're currently working on a new game. If owner, we're just going to call owner.pickup item. Oh, there. So now when my Dogomon kills another Dogomon, I get the rewards. Or spoils. I get the spoils. And I have to actually set this because the monster doesn't actually know who its owner is. So let's go to summon monster. Here, boopa-doopa-dee, boopa-da-ba-do. The monster inventory, know anything about its player? It does. Next.owner equals player. I guess she's asleep. What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer cat cam or quasi cam? Okay, so I'm going to switch over to my Dogomon. And I'm going to murder this Dogomon. Excuse me, chomp. Alright, and my player got 1 meat and 1 dog bone. So now you can farm resources as your Dogomon, as your monster. So eventually you're going to want like some sort of a wood chopping monster, like a Squirrelmon. And Squirrelmon's going to chop down trees much better than a human can chop down trees. You can use them to gather better resources. Cat cam reminds you to go napping. Sweet. This is exciting stuff. Oh, my Dogomon's dead. Or no, I guess I switched back by somehow. I gotta make monster switching easier because it's not really that easy right now. I need like that wheel to summon or something. Or maybe just like the tilde button could be like a quick summon. It just summons your lead monster and then maybe the wheel could summon your other monsters. Yeah. Or even Q. Q could summon your lead monster. Again, we're not doing any key binding mapping stuff right now, so I'm just kind of hard coding everything. So right now we have it on monster selected. If we do shift number key, let's say if input.get key down keycode.q, then we select our monster at index. Oh, that doesn't work. We'll just do player.summon monster. Or 0 with monster. Yeah, I'm using Visual Studio Code right now. I actually used Visual Studio 2017 to work on Shotgun Farmers, but I recently switched over to Visual Studio Code for this project. But Unity 5.6 doesn't seem to support Visual Studio Code properly. It has a lot of issues, so I switched between the two. So for anyone just tuning in for my new game, oh, why is there just a floating health bar there? For my new game, I'm experimenting with the idea of making an open world, real-time combat monster capture game. Zen mode? I tried to use Zen mode the other day and I got totally stuck in it. I don't remember how I got to it. Sure, there's a shortcut. I got trapped in and I couldn't escape and it was very scary. What was I just testing? Oh yeah, summoning a monster. So Q should... okay. I guess it just needs to be a 1. Let's make a summon lead monster. Ah, okay. Or let's call this toggle summon. So if monster inventory, or if current monster, or if controlling monster. So the Q key will actually toggle our currently summoned monster. We can switch back and forth between us and our monster. Control-Alt-Shift-C. Control-Alt-Shift-C. You're a goddamn liar. Either that or I accidentally changed my key bindings. It's so much more advanced than your game. I need to return the computer text because you forgot most of it. Ooh, what kind of game are you making? Oh, you need 2 panes first. Okay, so let's say... split. No, this doesn't seem to work. I know there was a button for it. Someone just asked if you know Life Shotgun Farmers. You got it yesterday? Nice! Thanks for getting the game. I really appreciate it. I am a real human, but for now I'm in the form of this kitty. She's very sleepy. Well, thanks so much for playing the game. I really appreciate it. Alright, so now Q quickly toggles you between your monster and yourself. Now I gotta work on sprinting and stuff too, because my monster's obviously moving way too slow. It just kind of like swags his butt from side to side. And then I think the next thing, now that this was honestly the big... Oh crap, my Dogomon's dead. Oh, it doesn't actually lose all of his HP before he dies. You killed my Dogomon! I think that's a bug in my health bar. Because I said if health equals 0, then stop doing stuff. Like don't update the value. So this should go here. I think, why would that, I don't get why that didn't work though. There's no return statement in here. Or maybe this doesn't get called when you die. Take damage, current health, if health bar on update, was hit true, if current health equals 0, on health depleted. Why isn't the health bar going all the way down? Really weird. Okay, you change your keybind, gotcha. What's up, Fwiller? Yeah, I got a little furrier. I haven't shaved in a while, and so I've been getting a little bit furrier and a little more kitty-like. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, one time I did and actually turned into a badger mole. Are you McGonagall? Oh my god, that would be awesome. Just turn into a cat whenever I want. Okay, you can go. I can see you're not happy here. Oh, okay, he's gonna lay down. That works too. Oh, hi there. Fancy seeing you here. Oops. Oh gosh. Am I glowing like an angel? Alright, let's commit. Monsters harvest resources from item drops for a player. Whew! Wow, okay, cool. We did a lot more than I thought we would today. Harvesting trees and harvesting dog bones. It's cool. We're getting closer and closer to doing taming. Now to do taming, we're going to have to implement an inventory window similar to the one, I think the first time you pick something up, it just kind of like appears really quickly. Please don't drink my tea, kitty cat. It's for humans only. So we're going to implement that other kind of window, the one that, the same kind you would use to pick what you want to get from a monster. We're basically going to need a window that shows the monster's inventory, and we're going to put stuff into their inventory to tame them, and we can also take stuff out of their inventory to harvest them later. I guess it could be an option in the game, like auto harvest versus manual harvest. I do realize a monster's collider is still on even when they're dead. Even though it's dead, I'm actually colliding into an invisible dead body there. Just an interesting problem. I'm gonna make some debug functions to detect damage. So we're going to say if Unity editor if input dot get key left shift say if input dot get key down H. Actually the same thing I do in Shotgun Farmers in the editor. Test damage. Yeah, the hitbox is terrible, Dev, for sure. How long ago did Shotgun Farmers come out, Capital? So I started making Shotgun Farmers in November of 2016. It came out in early access in June 1st, 2017. And then it launched on Steam March 5th or something of 2019. Let's take a look. And we're still working on it, so even though I'm working on this game, I'm actually only working on this game half the week, and I work on Shotgun Farmers for the other half of the week. So we're working on the console version of Shotgun Farmers and future updates as well. March 8th is our new anniversary. This is Unity Blind Archer, not Unreal. Which reminds me, I actually need to add screenshots of the Horde mode. I never did. That's been on my to-do list for like weeks. I keep forgetting. If you have any good screenshots of Horde mode, please feel free to send them to me on the Discord. Put them on the Steam page. There's no screenshots of the zombies. We got a lot of new reviews recently, which has been really cool. If you own Shotgun Farmers, please feel free to leave us a review on Steam. It helps us a lot in getting the game recognized by Steam's mysterious algorithm. Put it on TikTok? Yeah, that's probably my TikTok you found it on. That's awesome. Well, thanks for playing the game. Making TikTok's been really fun. Did you make a living off Shotgun Farmers? I do, yeah. That's all I do now, Blind Archer. And hopefully someday it'll be Shotgun Farmers and Quasimon. So we're gonna take 25 damage for this debug. So we're gonna test getting killed and stuff later. You type shot in the search bar on Steam. The first game is Shotgun Farmers now? That's so cool. What? What is the reason streamers like to have the chat in the stream window? Is it for you to have another purpose? Yeah, so actually I didn't used to have the chat for a while, but I put it back in for the YouTube audience. So I upload, and for people rewatching the stream. Well, if you rewatch the stream on Twitch, it does have the chat replay now, but for people who rewatch the stream on YouTube, they get to see what we're talking about. Otherwise, it's kind of like this weird guy just talking about a bunch of random stuff and answering random questions. So the chat history lets people see what I've been saying and stuff when I put it on YouTube. So that's actually the main reason to have a chat there. You remember, but it's Mason. What's up, Outsocks? Mason, you changed your name. Cool. I remember you, of course. Pleasure, I remember since it came out. I'm glad to see you're doing well. Thanks, Mason. Appreciate it. Yeah, when I recognize you by Outsocks, I'm glad you told me. If people change the name, it gets very confusing. What's up, Frank? How's it going? Oh yeah, my YouTube rewatch isn't that huge, but there's still a solid group of people who actually only watch the streams through YouTube, and so I put the chat there for them. Yeah, I have a long time Twitch and then log chat. Isn't that crazy? When will Shotgun Farmers come to, I'm assuming you mean console? Did you whisper up a message I sent earlier that got bumped? I didn't want to write all of it in main chat since there was a handful. Oh, I think my whispers are actually disabled, Blind Hack. If you're on Discord, you could send it to me there if it's important. Yeah, if you guys are watching the show, you can follow me on YouTube. I upload all the streams there. And I've also been working on some new YouTube content. So I'm putting together some tutorials, hopefully, some tip videos on being a game developer, and I want to start working on more vlogs again soon too. Is your name still a bot? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Your bot is probably getting killed by people all over the world. So let's see. Shift H now damages me. Oh, you know what you need to add? Like screen shake when you get hit. You know? I don't even know if I can add screen shake. And then there's a null reference exception when I die. Oh, that's why. Because the HUD doesn't actually have a screen space follows. Do you have any tips on using Unity in Visual Studio? Yes, definitely learn how to debug in Visual Studio if you don't already. How to use a debugger, because it helps a lot in figuring out what's wrong with your code when you're running into problems. Try to separate your scripts as much as you can. I like to use as many scripts as possible to break my code down, so it's easier to understand and easier to debug later. Okay, so let's take some damage. There we go. Now my health goes to 0. So we don't actually have any death states, so when you die, nothing happens. You just kind of stand there. Same thing with my Dogomon. But when he dies, it switches back to me, but I'm dead. So really I should game over or respawn somewhere or something. Cool, Blind Hack. Appreciate it. I'll check it out after the stream. So yeah, we need to actually do a respawn. So let's actually do that. So let's call this, I'm going to steal this model. Or maybe not. Just make a cube. This is a player. Spawn point. Now your spawn point will get saved. I'm imagining when you once you craft a bed, Minecraft style, wherever your bed is, that's where your save point will be. For now, it's just going to be this cube. Because of me did computer science, you could try to learn how to code. Dude, that's awesome. How's that going? Learning anything cool? The appearance of a bracket in your game when it runs, so I have to scan through my whole script to figure it out. So if you're using the newest versions of Unity and the new version of Visual Studio, it should tell you when you have stuff like that missing. So like for example here, if I don't put a bracket, it's going to put this little red squiggly there. That's how you know something's wrong. And if you hover over it, it'll say what's actually going wrong. So it says that it's missing a semicolon. Similarly, if I save this and I go into Unity, when my game compiles, it's going to say here that there's a problem, the error. It says a semicolon was expected. If you double click it, it'll actually take you directly to that line of code where you're missing something. And you can put your semicolon in there. So it's really common when you just start out coding with like brackets and semicolons and stuff. What's up, Paul? It's going good. How are you? You're doing Python? Nice. That was my first programming language too. What were we doing? Oh, I was going to say screen shake and spawn point. Yeah, screen shake and spawn point. So the player controller, I'm going to reference to a spawn point. I guess monsters have spawn points too. No, I guess it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it is really handy. It helps you like just get directly into where the problem is and not have to look through your code again. You learned the last couple of days? Oh, well, thanks for coming out of the shadows, Paul. Appreciate it. Welcome. It's going good. We just worked on inventory. I can chop down a tree now. I'm making a lot of progress. These Visual Studio and the code combined with Unity. So in your Unity editor, you want to go to Edit. You go to Edit, Preferences, External Tools, and then here in External Script Editor, you set which IDE you want to use. And then when you double click on a script, it'll open up in that program. 1 second. I'm not dying at all. So our player controller has a spawn point now. So when we start, we're gonna make a respawn. Actually, doesn't our actor already have our respawn function? So protective, virtual. We'll just make this public virtual. Speaking of money off Shotgun Farmers to make a living now, I am Hot Socks, yeah. It's pretty great. When will Shotgun Farmers come to console, Frank? I'm not sure. We're working on it every day. Unfortunately, I can't do console stuff on stream, but I spend anywhere between 3 hours to 12 hours to 19 hours a day working on the console version, but we're kind of stuck right now. We're trying to make progress on it, but I'm hoping before the summer we can get it on at least 1 console, if not 7 consoles. Are you in the Pirate Hook game? Yeah, that was my first game ever. How did your marketing? I suddenly started Shotgun Farmers on YouTube. Like, how did you get there? I got lucky with Shotgun Farmers on YouTube. Markiplier found the game. He was the first big YouTuber to play it. And he found it, I think, just because it was a new Steam game or something. And then after that, Vanos Gaming found the game, and Vanos' crew, Terrorizer, and Moo, and Gaithi, they all found the game. And then that kind of created a giant snowball of more and more bigger YouTubers finding the game. But launching and just actually being a newly released game, I think, helped a lot. And then having a really, really unique aspect to it, which is something we have to figure out for this game as well, got people's attention. See you, Nevius. It's up to you, Odd Socks. Both names work for me. What's up, Einstein? How's it going? Finishing the course you're working on? Nice, Paul. What course is that? Oh, I can't actually move my player. I have to move it. Set position and rotation. Your sub is not showing up? Oh, sorry, Hot Socks. I think sometimes it gets a little delayed. It should show up soon, though. Indiedev is always portrayed as harsh. It is harsh. I mean, there are times when I think that this is never going to work out, everything's going to fail, and it's all going to fall apart. There are times I do freelance work to make ends meet. There are times when things are great and everything's going awesome, like it is right now. It's tough. I think it takes a certain breed of someone who loves stress and anxiety to become an indie game developer. A 2D platformer course, nice. Oh, Games Plus James. I know Games Plus James. I don't know them personally, but I know the channel. Okay, so we're going to tell our player where his spawn point is. And when you die, on death, see you, Paul. Appreciate the convo. We're gonna do oh crap. So I'm using the new coroutine thingy. It's called like timer or something. It's like it's better than Unity coroutines, but I always forget how to do it. I did it somewhere. Did it? Oh, it's in the event list row. GG Fallen Raid, GG Fallen Warrior, thank you for the raid. I want to call you GG Fallen Raider. Thanks to the host, dude. How's it going? How's your stream? So this is how I do coroutines now using this new asset thingy. So when you die on death, I'm gonna call this respawn delay. I don't like the Visual Studio Code can't automatically import these for me. It's kind of annoying. Visual Studio Regular was able to do that. Oh, 4 months up. Thanks, Outsocks. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. It's so bizarre. You definitely hit the share button. It does for other things? Oh, I wonder why mine's not doing it then. You need an extension. Gotcha. If you have any idea what it is, Jack, I'd highly appreciate it. Weight painting a walk and run animation for a few starter sets? Nice. Oh, weight painting is one of my absolute worst enemies. Do you have any tips on how to enjoy it? I have a C# extension installed. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Oh, my ride's here. Okay, so now when you die, it'll start a coroutine to respawn you. Oh, my throat hurts so much. What actually sets you to dead? One does not simply enjoy weight painting. I feel like there has to be a way. Man, I feel like streaming is impossible without a stream deck. I love it so much. Best tip for weight painting, put some EDM on blast and crank the heat up. I like this advice. I will try that out. We'll probably weight painting soon when we start prototyping some of these monster models. Alright, so what should happen now is if I should die, if I die I should respawn to my spawn point. My spawn point is here. We're just going to put it like a little bit further from the tree so we know it's working. Hey, there we go. Gosh darns it. Floating means the game's broken. No reference exception. Am I doing this too early? Because respawn is called on awake or something? Games. Games. The respawn's called here. Okay. See that's when Visual Studio Code starts driving me crazy because it's trying to autocomplete my code in a different way. I just gotta configure it, I'm guessing. Welcome back, Nevius. Okay, so I want to say actor controller has its own start function. guess not. I think just player controller does. Maybe monster controller does. Oh wait, I was going to do on start. Okay, monster controller does. Do you have a full-time job besides this? I don't, Blind Archer. I quit my job in 2014. September 2014, I quit my job to become a full-time indie game developer. Holy shoes. It's been 6 years. Well, I guess not exactly 6 years, right? It'll be 6 years in September. So it's been 5 years. Is that math right? Anyone else better at math than me? I quit my job in... Oh, look, I spawn on top of the spawn point because it's actually a platform. That's actually really cool because I know it's working now. What's up, Demon Boy? Serious attention, you have to do Control Plus for the auto import to work. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jacobus. It's good to know. You're in external, so you don't see Visual Studio in it. You might have to do browse and locate it. Maybe it's not. It's weird that it's not installed properly. Unless you're in Visual Studio 2019, which might not be supported by Unity yet. Okay, so let's try that. I'm gonna delete this namespace. Means I should get an error right around here. And I'm gonna do control dot. At least brings me up there, which is handy, but it doesn't actually have a quick fix for me. At least it teleports me up there. Your Visual Studio Code? What version of Unity are you in? Your game crew won't come online? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I work on Shotgun Farmers day and night, and now I work on Shotgun Farmers and Quasimon day and night. Cool. All right, so let's test this. I'm going to kill myself. I'm dead, and 2 seconds later, I respawn at the spawn point. Now, my player doesn't actually have a death animation, which should be easy to do, so we'll do that in a second. But if I fight in combat now, punch, 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 I'm now dead. Oh no, he died. Whoops, what am I thinking? How to agree with my girlfriend to quit my job and let her be the only source of income. My current girlfriend, I wasn't dating when I quit my job. But my partner has never been my source of income. I've always been my own source of income. So I quit my job, and then I did freelance work. So all right, let me tell you my whole time frame. So in January 2014, I found out I could do freelance. I realized I could do freelance work to make money. So in September 2014, I quit my job. I was a software developer or a project manager at a software company, and I quit my job. And I moved in with my girlfriend at the time, and she didn't pay for anything. I paid for my own stuff. I paid for my own rent. I did freelance work, so I did pixel art and stuff for other people on the side to pay for it. Released my first game, which was Skyhook, and that's out on Steam. And Skyhook was a success, as it was my first game ever made, my first game launched, but it was a financial failure, so it did not do very well. And so, yeah, story time, exactly. And so, I started streaming on Twitch while I was developing Skyhook, so this whole channel was kind of built upon Skyhook, and I worked on that for 2 years and 1 month until I launched. It was in early access for a year, and I launched out of early access. Finished Skyhook in May 17, 2016. That's when it launched. So that was about 1.5 years after I quit, I guess. I was like kind of doing freelance that whole time. And yeah, so I made Skyhook, didn't do very well, wasn't sure what to do. Prototyped a bunch of games after that, so we have some old streams. You can actually check them out on the YouTube channel. You'll see I worked on like a simulation game, made a bunch of other first-person games, a bunch of other game ideas. And then in October, on Halloween 2016 is when I first started making Shotgun Farmers. And actually you can see all of the first... you can see all of the first streams of Shotgun Farmers was all done live. And so you can see the very first line of code written for the game. It's in one of my playlists. Where's my Making Shotgun Farmers playlist? Do I not have one? I could have swore I did. They move, yeah. I made a horror game. I actually made a horror haunted house simulator. Oh, here's a good video of it. This was the 8th day of Making Shotgun Farmers on Twitch. This is what it looked like. There is also a clip of me deleting the game. Yeah, you're right. There is. I'm pretty sure that one's on Twitch. So then I started Shotgun Farmers. I actually started Shotgun Farmers while I was working on a different game idea, and decided that Shotgun Farmers was too exciting, and I liked it. The stream liked it. We had a lot of fun playing it, and so I decided to stop working on the other game, which was Convention Tycoon. Put all my efforts into Shotgun Farmers. Spent like 6 months on it or so. Got it on put it on Greenlight. Got it through Greenlight, and then Shotgun Farmers launched in early access. And once it launched in early access, I started making enough money where I didn't have to worry about freelance stuff as much for a while, for about a year, and then Steam changed their algorithm, and Shotgun Farmers started making less and less money as time went along. And so I took on a few freelance jobs here and there. It never made enough money that I had to quit being a game dev, but it made less money where I wasn't making all my ends meet, and so I took on some freelance jobs here and there. And then Shotgun Farmers launched this year in March of this year, and I haven't had to do any freelance work since, thankfully. And that's my story. So that is my 6 years journey to become a game developer. So I missed a lot of the chat when I was telling that story. Last year, it's 2020 now. Jackson asks, is full-time game dev plus Twitch better than full-time job? For me personally, it is. This is like the lifestyle I want. What the hell? How did I just get a meat and dog bone? What? Why did I just get a meat and dog bone? I wasn't doing anything. This is kind of like my ideal life. This is kind of my dream. So I like living this way. I don't think it's for everyone. I don't have health insurance. I don't have dental insurance. I mean, I have health insurance, but I pay for my own health insurance. So it's $332 a month for my health insurance. It's actually going up next month. I think closer to like $400. I pay for my own health insurance. I don't have dental insurance, so I just pay the dentist whenever I have to go see them. It costs me a lot to go see the doctor. I live in America. If you live in a country with universal health care, you probably don't have to worry about that stuff. I don't have a built-in retirement savings for my job or a built-in 401k. I don't have any security that I'm going to get the same amount of money this month and next month. Like Shotgun Farmers could sell really well this month and then sell completely zero next month. So I have to kind of deal with that month to month. So it's very different compared to having a full-time job. So I think for some people that security is really important, especially if you have like kids and stuff. But for me, this is kind of how I like to live, I guess. Yeah, you can get pretty crazy. Oh, the health insurance per month? Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. Is there items for owning Shotgun Farmers in early access? There isn't, Otsocks. I wanted to do that, but I never had time to before launch. There was so much else going on before we launched the game that I never got to do an early access costume. Don't need the adult stuff. And you're 18? We'll start now. I wish I started when I was 18. So it took me 6 years to become successful. If I started when I was 18, I would have got successful a lot sooner. And if you're wondering, I'm currently 31 years old. Pretty sure. 31 years old. So I wasn't actually successful until I turned 30. Successful. Health insurance is $130 a month for you? You lucky jerk. Definitely a weird bug that I picked up a meat all of a sudden. Oh, you know what? Did I get my monster's meat? I think my Dogomon had a meat and a bone and I took it somehow. I'm not sure how though. Oh, I can still control my player even though I'm the Dogomon. I mean, so what's going to happen for combat, and I think next week we're going to focus more on combat. You get $90 a month from the government to pay for it? Nice. That's awesome. What's up, Clay? I'm not making an MMO. I swear. Oh my gosh, what's up? Long time. How much money do you need to come around in a month? My full expenses, I think it comes out closer to like $2,000 with rent, student loans, health insurance, food, or actually not even counting food and stuff. So I think all of my bills come out to around $2,000 a month. That's including like all my licensing, so like Unity, Photon, Photoshop, my I guess all my licensing, Google Drive. Good to see you, Clay. Long time. How you been? So yeah, so when we're on combat next week, so this week I know I focused a lot on resource management and resource gathering, which I think was important to the game. So now it's a review. I can chop down this tree. It has a health bar. I can kill it. And I got 10 wood. No, the tree does not fall right now. I can also kill this wild monster and get meat and dog bone. So I think the resource stuff is going okay. I can move stuff into my hotbar. I can equip different items. I can't actually do any sorting yet. I want to say, and let me know if I'm wrong, like in Minecraft and stuff, if I have like 2 things of wood, of axes, if I have more axes, let's pick some up. So like, should I be able to drop, oh damn it, group together. Like, should I be able to separate these and stuff? I'm not gonna worry about that now. That's way past prototype stage. But should I be able to like divide these up and like add these up and stuff? Making wolf arc? Yeah, essentially. Planning to go to college to be a game developer? Nice. Plan to maybe get a random job and just be a part-time game dev. Don't have time to be a game dev and just let life flow on its own path. That's awesome, Game Boy. Do it. A lot of changes, Clay. Well, hope everything's going well. So 3D act static at the moment. I take it doesn't work for all items. Yes, yeah. That was just, I was trying to learn how render textures work. So we have to actually make that view swap out which item you're actually looking at. I guess that will do when we go back to inventory. So I'm not going to jump between the 2 parts of the game. So I think I'm going to call it on inventory for the week. Or like for the stream. Like for the, after this week, I'm going to stop working on inventory stuff. And then next stream, I think I'm going to start working back on combat. And so what I want to do is when you summon your Dogomon, your hotbar there on the bottom should actually switch to Dogomon's attacks. So Dogomon's going to have like whatever 3 skills or whatever. So he's going to have his, oops, switch back. He's going to have his dodge roll, which is going to be left click. His attack, or sorry, dodge roll is going to be right click. Melee attack, which is left click, and then 3 spells. So like we'll probably do like just really generic stuff to get the systems working. So like a fireball spell, so something projectile, something AoE, and something that affects something effective. Maybe that's like a buff or something. So we can start coding the spell system for the creature. And so what I want to do is that 1 to 9 bar on the bottom is going to become Dogomon spells when you control them, and then when you switch back to yourself, it's going to switch back to your hotbar. So kind of just like swap around. Divorce for 1. Wow, that's a big change for sure. General life improvements, moved, work is good, etc. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm doing good, Clay. Are you still out west? Maybe get a job and see if I can use that money to invest and earn more while I can miss the income? Maybe. Oh yeah, because your internship just ended, right? You're jobless. See, we gotta worry about that, figure that out too, because sometimes like I'd be right next to a Dogomon and it doesn't take any damage. So in Seattle, nice. Yeah, I've been to Seattle in a few years actually. I think the last time I went to Seattle was when we first hung out. I might want to go. I might get a chance to go to PAX West this year if I can get an opportunity for shotgun farmers there. Oh, that's my own. That's all the thing I had to figure out is how to make it so like you know which your monster is. Because I always try to kill my own monster, and definitely need something to signify. Maybe like an aura on its feet or something, so you know it's a friendly and it's not a wild. Yeah, that one should have chopped his head right off. But you know why? It's because I think I'm using the same distance as fists for the axe. Whereas it should use a different distance setting. You're in Seattle too, Jackamus? Sweet. Could have a Quasi TV Seattle meetup. Update Windows. Oh yeah, I heard about a huge security threat. Yeah, okay, so next we're going to focus back on combat. So we're going to do projectiles, spells, and aggro monsters as well. So we want just the actual monster fighting part to feel good. And once we have that, we can combine those two things. We'll have combat feeling good, and item management feeling good. We can combine those things to create monster capture. And I think that'll be a really solid first prototype. But for now, it is time for me to get going. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out today. You've been freaking awesome. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all the bits. Thank you for all the bucks. If you enjoyed the show so far, please make sure you hit that follow button if you didn't already. And if you hated, oh, up there. And if you hated the show and you really don't like Dogomon, you should subscribe, because every person who subscribes to this game, subscribes to this stream, we'll add one more cat to the stream. Gaming Boy, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I appreciate you hanging out though. If you guys are new here, remember my game Shotgun Farmers is out on Steam. And if you're not new here, but you got a TikTok, make sure you follow me on TikTok, because I've been posting a lot of behind the scenes stuff there. I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you so very much for hanging out. Let's go see who we can show some Twitch love to out in the stream world. Heard we had a pretty solid raid on Monday, so that was really exciting. How many cats are there on stream now then? That's a good question. I don't even know a good way to see my sub numbers anymore, because the dashboard's all different and weird now. See ya, Foamy. See ya, Game Boy. See ya, Bram. See ya, Jackaman. See ya, Stein. See ya, GG Fallen Warrior. Okay, let's see who's doing some game dev streams out in the world. So how this is going to work is we're going to raid somebody. So I want you guys to grab this raid message. You can copy it, and we're going to paste it into their chat as we head over and check out another streamer and support their stream. Let's go visit. Let's go check out Tim Rustwick. If you guys don't know Tim, he's a really successful YouTuber, has a really cool game dev YouTube channel, and also streams on Twitch. So let's grab that raid message and let's go check out what Tim is doing. Did it not work? Oh, slash raid, right? Slash raid. There we go. Okay. Join the raid, and I will see you guys on the very next stream. Whatever you do, please try not to die before then. Goodbye.
The vertical line should be center though, because I do feel like it's feels a little iffy. New phone, who dis? Quasit. Is that how you say it? Quasi TV? Sorry, Quasit. Quasit. How are y'all? How's everybody going? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream, dude?